Hey everyone, it's Rajiv and welcome to my channel Rajiv's Reviews. In this video, I'm going to be giving my book review of Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. So I'm going to keep the plot really short because I really want to dive right into the book. The story revolves around this girl named Aza who deals with anxiety and OCD, and she gets involved with her childhood friend Davis while trying to find out how his billionaire father mysteriously disappeared. That's it. That's the whole plot of the story. I just finished reading the book and I wanted to record this video immediately while the thoughts are still fresh in my mind. Before I actually get into my review, I just want to note that I have not read any of John Green's previous works. This is the first novel that I actually read of his, and my opinions are based solely on this, and I'm not biased towards his previous novels. This book got to me in such a way that no other book has had that effect on me recently. John Green is an exceptionally talented writer. It's fascinating how he's managed to keep this book so philosophical, nerdy, intellectual, and realistic at the same time. There were so many feelings that were washing through me while I was reading this book, and it's so difficult to put it into words. It is so deep and profound in so many levels. I think the main highlight of the book are just the characters in themselves. Yes, the book has a bit of romance and mystery with the disappearance of the billionaire father and some hilarious moments with Daisy as well. But this is just like the sprinkles added on the donuts to give it that extra touch. The main filling is on how raw the characters' mindsets are. This could have might as well been just a book about Aza and Davis and just their thought process and their mindset without any background plot, and I would have still enjoyed it just as much. The beauty also lies in the fact that the author has not dumbed down the language for his audience. I know it is marked as a YA book because of the characters and the language that they use, but it is so deep and realistic in so many levels that you actually feel like you're in the person's mindset, and a person of any age could relate to this novel. Yes, it might not actually be the way in how many teenagers talk and interact with each other in reality, but you can still connect to the characters and the way they are thinking. I read that the author himself suffers from OCD and anxiety, I think, and so you can see how personal he gets when he writes about Aza's character. And he highlights how serious her illness is and something that should not be taken lightly. There were also some moments that were so dark in the story, like when Aza is in the hospital and she tries to get hold of the hand dispenser. And you can see her struggling with herself to do it or not to do it. And it gives such a grim but such a realistic perspective of the illness. I love this one scene in the story when Aza and Daisy are in the tunnel. And Aza gives this analogy about how when she switches off the light of her helmet, her world goes into a spiral, but when she has it switched on, she has a much better perspective of reality. Like I said, there's just so many parts here and there of the story that just touch me in such a personal level. I also love the friendship between Aza and Davis and the scenes where they just lie down and look at the constellations in the sky, or when Aza stumbles upon his blog and reads all his quotations. I also loved Daisy's character. The story would be pretty serious and moody if it was just focusing on Aza and Davis. So I love that the author introduced Daisy's character to make it more lighthearted and fun to read. Not just for the humor though, I thought that Daisy's presence is also important in the story because it gives a perspective of how people who don't have the illness looks at someone who is suffering from it and how it impacts them and how they don't realize how serious it is. I know there are some people who might be complaining that there was no focus given to the mystery of the disappearance of the father. But personally, for me, I felt like the characters were so rich and interesting in themselves that it really did not matter to me whether there was a mystery plot or not. Overall, I loved reading this book, and I think it deals with a very important issue which is still considered as taboo in today's society. And of course, I would give it a 5 out of 5 star rating. I would like to end this video by quoting a line from the book where one of the characters says, "You pick your endings and your beginnings. You get to pick the frame, you know? Maybe you don't choose what is in the picture, but you decide on the frame." Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have read this book or if you're interested in reading this book, please share your thoughts and comments on the section below. Please do like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed watching this video or you like watching my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.